This is Paul Gersky from Best Sports Blog. We're going to talk boxing, pound for pound fighters. Who's the best? So let's chat this out, and I'd love to hear everybody's commentary on what you think. Am I right? Am I wrong? And then also check out the bestboxingblog.com and our pound for pound list, which you can see in the description. So, who's the best pound for pound fighter? Well, it's been Manny Pacquiao for a while, or Floyd Mayweather. It really goes back and forth. Floyd before Pacquiao, Pacquiao after, for the last few years. Now it's probably got to be Floyd, even though, of course, he's in jail right now, so he's got to be the best pound for pound fighter in there. You know, the reality is he's still the best pound for pound fighter out here as well. Pacquiao, even though he probably didn't lose to Bradley in reality, though the judges thought that, still should have put Bradley down in the fourth round. That was actually the most shocking part of the fight to a lot of viewers, including me. He had Bradley on the ropes, and he really could have just taken him out, and old Pacquiao would have completely finished the fight right then and there, but he didn't. And of course, Bradley came back in the later rounds, and really, you know, whether he won or not, he was actually the stronger fighter in the mid-later rounds. So it's really interesting to see where Pacquiao goes from here. Will he take the fight with the Bradley, the rematch, and see what happens, or is he going to go and fight Juan Manuel Marquez, who nearly beat him in their third fight? So if he takes a fourth fight, we'll really see what happens. So Floyd 1, Pacquiao 2. You got to put it that way. Who's the best? Who's the third best? Sergio Martinez has held that spot for a really long time, ever since he knocked Paul Williams out cold a couple of years ago. But the reality is you probably have to put Timothy Bradley there now. He's still undefeated, whether or not you buy his victory over Pacquiao or not, go back and forth. The reality is he was undefeated before that, and he did go toe-to-toe with Pacquiao for all the rounds. So you really got to give him a lot of credit, and you got to say that he probably is the third best fighter in the world at this time. So him, then Martinez probably fourth. There's really no reason to knock Martinez. He's won all his fights in recent years. Even his earlier defeats, he was a little bit unlucky. He's probably slowing down a little bit. He probably should have taken out Matthew Macklin in the middle rounds, but he let him really get through until the end. But he did take him out at the end, the 11th, so you got to give him credit for that. So he's still fourth. There's really no reason why not. And then fifth, of course, has to be the Mexican Warrior, Juan Manuel Marquez. He really almost beat Manny Pacquiao in their last fight, and truth be told, to a lot of viewers, myself included, he probably did win that fight. Of course, one of the great ironies is that Manny Pacquiao lost the fight that he deserved to win, and probably won the fight that he deserved to lose, or at the very least draw. So it's really interesting how that worked out. But Juan Manuel Marquez, even at his really advanced age, is still probably the fifth best fighter in boxing pound for pound. After that, well, the Klitschko brothers in the heavyweight division still completely dominate it. Vladimir and Vladimir, you know, they're the top of the sport. They still don't rank quite pound for pound because, well, quite frankly, because they're so big, but they're definitely in the mix there. And then Andre Ward, the middleweight champion, is definitely in the mix. Carl Froch is in the mix. You know, just a lot of guys, but really the top five seem to be, plus Klitschko, really seem to be separate from everybody else. So that's my take. Would love to hear you guys' take, commenting on it, and spread it around if you think it's interesting. Thanks. Talk to you all later.